Put your hands together. The Mayor of Porirua is here, Nick Leggett. Welcome to the show. You've stood here, I've heard you hum and a bit of a shake in the head there. What do you make of what you've heard up there?
Oh, I think there was a lot of sense there, but a little bit of rubbish from Michael Woodhouse, I have to say. But look, can I say this? Council's first role is infrastructure. It's public infrastructure. It's sewage pipes. It's water pipes. It's rubbish collection. Those are fundamentals, and I think that's what most councils do very, very well. But there's also, I believe, a deeper role. After all, councils are about local democracy. That's grassroots democracy, and we have a very centralised government in New Zealand that seems to want to keep everything to themselves. When I say I want a poverty-free city, I say that because our city has the highest rate of rheumatic fever amongst children in the developed world. Now, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to say to residents of my city, no, it's a central government issue? No, it's not about us spending ratepayers' money on the problem. It's about holding central government to account because their services are clearly not meeting the needs of my community, and that's what it is about.
But do you agree with Michael Woodhouse? Do you agree with Michael Woodhouse in what he's saying about councils are spending too much? I mean, maybe not your council, but other councils.
Okay, well, let's get over this thing that debt is necessarily bad. Like, the government know about debt because they're borrowing it at about $200 million a week. And can I say this? They're spending it on operational stuff. Councils, by law, can only spend on capital projects. What does that mean? That means that amenities, that means infrastructure. That's the sort of stuff that debt should be used to pay for because it's paid off across generations. The government are borrowing from overseas and spending on day-to-day expenses, and that's wrong. So actually, you know, they should take a lesson from local government on debt. Debt is not a bad thing, and if I take Kaipara, that's a classic example. They were forced to invest in infrastructure by central government. Their rates are doubling this year, but they're only going to be equivalent to their neighbours' rates. So they're catching up because money obviously wasn't spent in the past. So let's not take isolated cases of where local government hasn't worked, and might I add, local government, there's never been a council in this country that's gone bankrupt. So, John Key. So, you know, local government can rate and it can tax for itself. Now, it should be prudent, it should be sensible with money, and I tell you what, we're being very sensible. We're doubling our investment this year in infrastructure, in public infrastructure. We are cutting back on what we see as non-essential services, and that will go out to in our long-term plan. We'll be talking to our community about that. But actually, our community they actually know best, and they should not have their rights curtailed by central government wanting to control everything.
Well, I think it's a good